Hey, boy. Too bad your ankles is covered up now.
No evidence.
Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through.
We're boarding.
Thank you for your group 6 to join the main boarding line. Group 6, we are
Ashley and I don't even sit next to each other on this flight, so we don't get to be friends for this one. And her little matching outfit. Ooh, fresh to death. I'm saying though, like with that, you don't go to baggage claim to get it. You get it at your gate.
You get them here at the jet base when you get back.
At the gate, right? Okay, that's what I was trying to tell her. I'm telling you that they give it to you at the gate, not baggage claim. So I'm saying don't forget to get it before we get off the plane. I'm a little jealous because Denasia has like a cute little intro to hers because she got to record while she was like, you know, leaving her plane and getting on her plane and in the air and shit. But I was pissed the fuck off my whole way to New York. So I didn't record shit because I was irritated. And when I was on the plane, I have a condition where I just fall asleep whenever I'm in any sort of transportation. So I didn't get to really film being on the plane. Night of the 12th, we drove to Atlanta to my friend Anthony's house. We stayed the night at his place. And then he drove us to the airport on the 13th. Our flight was at 10:55 a.m. We got to the airport. I'm just late to everything. So we got there like 30 minutes before the flight. It doesn't matter. But we got there. I went to check my bag and my bag was 58 pounds and it could only be 50 pounds. So the dude was like, you're gonna have to take some stuff out. So I'm like frantically trying to get shit out of the damn suitcase. And I mean, I took like 3 things out and closed it and expected it to be 8 pounds lighter. Luckily he was not really fucking with me. So he just was like, it doesn't matter, just give me your bag, you're gonna be late for your flight, I'll just take it. I ended up having to throw one of my towels away, which I'm really pissed off about because it was a nice ass towel. It was very soft and I brought it to be courteous because my hair is purple. When it gets wet it seeps, so I didn't want to get my hair wet or wash my hair at my friend's house and stain his towels, but I did it anyway. He doesn't even know. I used a black towel. He'll never know. And we get on the plane. Ashley and I booked our things separate because she initially wasn't gonna come. It was just gonna be me and Denasia. Thank God Ashley was with me because I probably would have broke down and cried my life away on this trip. Anyway, so I'm towards the front a little bit more and she's towards the back of the plane. So we're sitting separate, which is fine, doesn't matter. So fast forward like 2 minutes. Sitting on the plane, waiting to take off. Right as we're taking off, we both get a text telling us that due to air traffic, our flights have been canceled. So, shit, I forgot. Okay, so we flew from Atlanta to Chicago and then Chicago to LaGuardia. That's what the plan was. So our flight from Chicago to LaGuardia got canceled, and that flight was supposed to be at 1:30. So Ashley it was canceled and then they just automatically rebook you on whatever the fuck flight they feel like booking you on. This is with American Airlines, who is trash. I'll never fly with them again. They're pieces of shit. Anyway, so I get booked on a flight for the 14th at 6 a.m. and Ashley gets booked for a flight still on the 13th at 8:30 p.m. So they separated us. Yeah, now they didn't separate us because they didn't know we were together, but still, in my head, they separated us and they were assholes for that. So, can't fucking call anyone or call American Airlines to complain about it because we're in the fucking air, so there's nothing I can do. So of course, had I not been in the air, I probably could have booked us on a fucking plane sooner to get us to LaGuardia, but since there was other people on that flight who probably were not on airplanes, they called and all the flights got booked. So by the time we got to Chicago, and they only have one flight, it leaves at 1:45. It's like 1:30 at the moment, mind you. and it's across the airport. So I'm like, okay, well, can we get 2 seats for that? She was like, there's only 1 spot on that flight. So I was like, bitch. I kind of complained to the girl. I tell her she needs to put me on some other shit. I'm like explaining to her, like, I have a friend who also flew with me and she's already fucking there, and she's just by herself stranded because we're staying at my friends, not her friends. So she don't know this nigga. She don't want to go to his house by herself, you know. So we ended up having no choice but to put me on the early flight. I fly from that one from Chicago to DC to LaGuardia. Ashley stays behind and she gets a flight eventually from Chicago to Indianapolis to LaGuardia. So we were gonna meet up in LaGuardia. We were gonna land an hour apart. I was gonna get there an hour before Ashley landed in LaGuardia. Cool, right? So I hop on my plane, I get to DC, she hops on her plane, she gets to Indianapolis. 30 minutes or so before our flights to LaGuardia are supposed to go, they both get fucking canceled again. This time we don't know why they're canceled. So I call again and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up, bro? Like, we got somewhere to be, y'all keep canceling our shit, y'all pissing me off. So apparently there was storms in whatever the fuck, in New York. Hers got canceled while she was in the airport. My shit got canceled while I was on the plane. I'm sitting on the plane and like it's taken forever for us to take off. Finally, dude pilot is like, sorry, blah blah blah, don't know what's going on, but we're delayed. Yo, I sat on that fucking airplane, hot as fuck and hella stuffed because there was a big ass dude next to me for an hour and a half before they finally told us we could get off the plane because this shit was canceled. Pissed ain't the word, okay? Anyway, so they finally let us off the fucking plane and I'm in DC and I finally call them, whatever. They get us on a flight. I had no other choice because at this point it's like 9 o'clock. There was a 9 o'clock flight. That shit got canceled. So they put me and Ashley on a flight that was at 7 a.m. on the 14th. And we were supposed to get there around like 11 or some shit. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So yeah, we were gonna end up having to stay the night at the hotel, or not the hotel, haha, they weren't giving us a fucking hotel, we were gonna sleep in the airport. But my friend Kalia, she had a gig, and so she just came and picked us up from the airport in DC, and we just were gonna go to her gig with her. Since she picked us up, she was running a little late, so she couldn't find a parking spot, and Ashley hopped in the driver's seat of her car, dropped her off, she hopped in. We were gonna grab food in a parking spot, and then we were gonna go to the thing she had. Yeah, so we get the parking spot. We don't get the food yet, but we get the parking spot. Literally, as we're parking, our flight for 7 a.m. got canceled. And they put us on a flight, y'all, for 7:30 p.m. the next fucking day, bro. Like, you took 2 days out my vacation at this point, and I'm pissed. So I called them. I'm like, can you just cancel my shit? And they're like, well, we'll only be able to cancel and refund you $50. We just booked some tickets on the Washington Deluxe, which is like Greyhound, but it goes from Virginia to DC to New York. That's a little route or whatever. We got there, it was like 4.5 hour ride, and we got to New York on the 14th at 11:45ish. It was the worst. And to top it all off, around 6 p.m. that night, as we were just out on like Times Square, we both got a text saying that 7 p.m. flight got canceled. And at that point, we finally canceled our shit and got our refunds. Pause 1 second, because I got some beef with the American Airlines bitch, because when I asked about a refund, she told me that the most that I would get was $50 because I wasn't gonna get refunded from my flight from Atlanta to Chicago. My refund was like $99 and I only paid $135 for the flight. So she was just a liar. She just didn't want me to cancel. Whatever. It was dumb. But anyway, from then on the day was pretty decent. We went around to like Times Square and shit, you know, did regular touristy shit. Got food at a couple places. Of course, I videoed my food and all that jazz, so that'll be in here. But yeah, that was day one for the most part. I don't remember what day it was that Denasia lost her wallet. I want to say that it was day one. We thought she got pickpocketed. Turns out she just forgot it in the bathroom in Starbucks, which is really unfortunate because I was kind of hoping that she would have got pickpocketed, because like then she really got the full experience in New York, you know what I'm saying? So like I was like 100% content with her getting pickpocketed. Only because we got her money. So like, you know, it's 2017. So if your wallet gets stolen, you know, we have PayPal and Cash App and all kinds of other shit connected to our bank accounts. And I have 2 PayPal accounts. So when she lost her wallet, she just transferred all her money out of her bank account into one of my PayPal accounts. And then I just gave her my PayPal debit card that I have. And so essentially she didn't lose her money or anything. And then once she found her wallet, we just transferred all that shit back. But yeah, day 1, we just ate. We ate and that was it.
I was duped, didn't know the truth. Got rid of my whole flame, now I got a boo. And now I'm feeling cool, I'm feeling